What's poppin', guys? Credit Solutionist here, fixmyficonow.com. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 4 things that you did not know you could accomplish with Navy Federal Credit Union. Now, if you're new here, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and also share the video with someone that you think can benefit. Also, don't forget to download our very free ebook on how to fix your credit within 90 days flat. Links in the description below. All right, so the first thing we're going to pop into here is ways to slip in under the radar with Navy Federal Credit Union. Now, I know you guys saw my video about the hack that I used to get in, which was basically just to call the 800 number and apply for the membership. Now, they do ask you some basic questions, of course, like who do you know that's in the military, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't want to use that method, there's also another way that a lot of people don't use to get into the credit union, and that is through household members. Now, on the website, they do not specify that the household member has to be a family member. So if you were my roommate, for example, as long as you have proof that we are roommates and that we share the same address, you will become a member of the credit union. If you'd like, you should probably reach out to someone that you know, that you live with, see if they are a Navy Federal Credit Union member. And if they are, ask them to let you join under them. All right. All right. The next thing that a lot of people may know about, but don't truly understand, and Navy Federal really isn't going to break it down, is the internal credit score. Now, unlike other banks, Navy Federal really has their own system that they use to determine your credit worthiness. Now, when you first become a member, they do look at your credit bureau score, which is typically your TransUnion. However, once you become a member, all of your credit products with them are based on your internal credit score. Now, of course, this internal credit score is based on your payment history, whether or not you have a good debt to income ratio, and so on. Now, this internal credit score is between 100 and 450. So I would venture to say if you're anywhere below 250, I would hold off on applying for any credit cards until that 6-month mark where they tell you whether or not you are credit worthy. Now, I started out with Navy Federal with a internal credit score of about, I think it was 307 or so. Now, this goes from 100 to 450, like you know. So if you're anywhere over the 260 to 70 mark, I would venture to say you're going to get approved. However, if you're unsure of what your internal credit score is, definitely call and find out what it is prior to applying for a credit product. The next little secret that Navy Federal will literally not tell you unless you call them and talk to them is credit limit migration. In a nutshell, this is moving your available credit limit from one of your credit card products with Navy Federal to another credit card product with a lower limit. So let's say you have a credit card with Navy Federal that only has $5,000 on it, but you have another card that has a $25,000 limit. You can take 10 to 15,000, even 20,000 from that card and move it over to the card that has the lesser credit card limit on it. So let's say you had like a platinum card that had 5,000 and you had a rewards credit card that had 25,000. You could call in and request that they move 15,000 from the rewards card onto the platinum and vice versa, depending on how your credit is made up. Now, when you do this, it is considered a balance transfer and it's a little bit different. So you do have to be specific about what you're requesting when you move it. The other thing is card that you're moving to and from both have to be unsecured cards. So do not try this with a secured credit card because it is not going to work. All right. So credit limit migration, moving a credit limit from one product to another, your minimum is $10,000 to be able to move. So keep that in mind as well. And you also have to have 12 months of good credit history from the card you are moving the limit from. All right. So that's another trick that you didn't know about. The next thing that a lot of people don't know about is the lowering of your APR. That's right. You can absolutely lower the interest rate on your credit card with Navy Federal Credit Union. This is something they typically, again, will not tell you about because a lot of times they want you to do the research yourself. And also they want to get the most interest out of you as possible. Now, in a nutshell, as long as you have 12 months of good payment history with the credit product, you then have the opportunity to call in and request a lower APR. So you can go anywhere from having a 15% interest rate all the way down to 7.99 or 8, depending on what the best rate is. Now, a caveat here is if you have challenged credit when you first get with Navy Federal, I would say work on your credit, get your balances down, and then request that APR adjustment, because not only are they going to be looking at your factors as far as how you've been with your account with them internally and your internal credit score, they may also be looking at your TransUnion credit report. Okay, so that is something to remember. And last but not least, let's clarify this credit limit increase strategy. All right, now the bank is never going to tell you this information as far as how to use it to your advantage. You could essentially get 2 guideline increases on your credit product within 6 months. Now, the way you do that is you utilize the 91-3 rule, which is wait 90 days after you open your accounts, or 3 statements after you open your account. That's when you're going to do your first credit line increase request. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be a hard inquiry. So if that matters to you, do not do it. Now, the way that you're going to get that second credit line increase, and it's not going to cost you anything or ding your score, is you're going to then wait another 3 months to hit that 6-month mark. Once you hit that 6-month mark, the bank itself is going to check your credit on their own. They have an automatic system that checks your credit to see if you can get increases or different credit products every 6 months. So there you have it, guys. Those are your unknown hacks, and a lot of these you will not know unless you call into Navy Federal or you subscribe to this channel and get this game. All right. As y'all know, I'm a brand new Navy Federal member as of a few months ago, and I plan to learn every single thing I can about this credit union and bring y'all the information. Again, if you found this video helpful, like the video, comment below, and also subscribe. All right. Don't forget to download the free ebook on how to fix your credit within 90 days flat. And also, if you want to talk to me directly, feel free to send me an email at thecreditsolutionist@gmail.com. I'll see you guys on the next video. Credit Solutionist out.